We have some breaking news coming in right at the top of the bulletin. Well, fresh arson has been reported in the capital of Manipur, Imphal. 3 abandoned houses were apparently torched as per reports by unidentified men. There you can see smoke billowing out of those houses, those abandoned houses. And this comes just 2 days ahead of the crucial assembly session, the first since the violence broke out in Manipur on the 3rd of May. Isolated incidents of violence still being reported in Manipur, and this has happened in the capital of the state. And after that, well, there were protests as well. Ratndeep Chaudhary is now joining us live on the phone line. Ratndeep, though there were no casualties in this particular incident, the fact of the matter is that these isolated incidents of violence and arson are still being reported. And as you've also reported in the past, central security forces cannot be in Manipur, indefinitely. So that trust deficit still exists and the situation is still not completely normal.
Well, this is an incident which has taken place after a long time, after a gap of about 2 weeks. So this has to be looked into by the security agencies, given the fact that this comes 2 days ahead of the crucial one-day assembly session which has been called in the state. And this is the first time, as you pointed out, that the lawmakers are going to meet after this close to 4 months of disruption of normal life by a spell of ethnic violence in the state. Now, what is important to note here is that 3 houses which were empty were burnt in an area called New Ambulance. Now, this area has seen this kind of arson at least 4 times before. This is a sensitive area, and the arson took place, and then the fire engines reached there, but then locals gathered there. There was a bit of a pitched battle between the locals, some of the people who wanted to enter the area. In fact, the security forces had to fire tear gas shells. In another incident, actually 3 weapons were snatched, apparently, as reported, that 3 weapons have been snatched by miscreants from security personnel guarding the residence of a former health and welfare director in an area near Imphal. Now, this snatching of weapon is also something which is very serious, and this comes ahead of this crucial assembly session. So, what we are picking up is that for the assembly session, elaborate security arrangement is being made in Imphal, and before that, this arson and snatching of weapon is something that the security establishment needs to now look into.